Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast. Podcast.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Motocross Supercross podcast.
Episode 208. Nashville did not disappoint at all. I'm Adam, here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
Dude, crazy race. Back to reality and our daily routine. But, we're here to recap this 250.
Yeah, I was going to say kind of. We are a little late. Crazy just getting back from Nashville and all that, and then wanting to watch the races, of course, before we record. And it was pretty insane. Like you said, we're recapping the 250s, and there was a lot to talk about in this 250 class, and mainly dealing with Austin Forkner, the points leader, who crashed so hard in practice, right in front of us, ruined his whole night. This points battle is like closer than ever right now. I don't want to say I predicted it, but I kind of predicted what happened this weekend.
You definitely jinxed it, bro. You killed it this weekend with a little spoiler alert, but you killed it this weekend with the picks. And yeah, Austin Forkner crashing right there in front of us. Pretty hard crash, and it cost him big time because he made this points way closer than we were expecting him to be. And well, yeah, let's just get to it.
Yeah, let's talk about this practice a little bit, because I looked over at you and I was just like, dude, Forkner and Davalos are killing it in the whoops right now. Like, it was insane. Like, they were on a whole different level than everybody else going through these whoops, except, Chase Sexton would every now and then get a good run through them in this practice. But, dude, we got to talk about one thing first. And they got me. They got everyone else, obviously whoever was running the track. And that was the forecast. Before this race happened on Friday, I was like, dude, they're calling for rain. And then they had the track covered. I don't know if they're listening to the podcast or not, but they had the track covered and they took it off right before practice, and it was just dry as crap. They didn't water it. So we weren't the only ones that were expecting a little bit of rain. Yeah, they definitely were.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of rain in the forecast, but good they didn't get any, I guess. It made the track very difficult because it was different throughout all the practices, and it was different throughout the heats and the main event, I will say.
It was definitely super dry during that first practice, and then they wettened it a little bit, and then it was perfect for the mains, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just a different track. The whoops were definitely, again, a big part of it. And, well, it cost Austin Forkner a little bit. He obviously will make it into the night show. He will sit out through the heat races. That was the main plan. And trying to line up for the LCQ and, trying to salvage some points for this towards the championship, I would say, which is a big chance for Chase Sexton and Justin Cooper to take advantage of and, step it up and maybe get that first win of the season or even of their career.
Dude, it was really crazy because Austin Forkner, when he went down, he was done with that practice, and that was the first practice. And then for the second practice, he came out and rode a little bit, and then he just kind of fell off his bike and was just pounding the ground. And
well, as of right now, there is no verdict on what's going on with his knee or even with him. I do know that he went into some MRIs and, just kind of waiting for an answer to see if it's going to cost him the championship or even, if it's just going to be just this one race. We got Denver coming up this week, so he's going to have a week off. But
this point,
very unfortunate.
This points, bro. It's so close now, and we just needed something to happen to Forkner. Hopefully, he's not hurt, and hopefully, he'll be able to come back because these points battle will be insane. But after he's out, Chase Sexton got the fastest lap time. Martin Davalos, who we said was killing it, was there in second. Forkner still had the third fastest time. Cooper, Oldenburg.
Which is
Oldenburg
crazy.
Actually had the fastest time in that first practice, or one of them. He was at the top of the board for at least a little bit. So he looked really good all night, too. Alex Martin, Brendan Hartranft, Kyle Peters, Ryan Sipes, Jordan Bailey with the 10th fastest time. Lorenzo back there in 14th, back racing with us on the East Coast. We also had Rami Alves, who had so many problems in practice. I think he was even in I think he was in the B practice, and he was running really good. He was on a heater, and then he just about crashing the whoops that gave him problems pretty much all night. I don't know if he, hurt the family jewels at all or something, but he just kind of pulled off, and that was pretty much for him. But he looked fast in practice.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and just jump into this 250 heat number 1.
Yeah, and this 250 heat number 1, it was going to be Martin Davalos, who was on his way to the hole shot, but it was actually going to be Alex Martin who will take it from him.
Yeah, it looked like Alex Martin. Like Martin Davalos, he pretty much jumped out front after that. And Alex Martin, he tried to get him at the end of that first rhythm section, but he got way too high in the turn. And squeezing inside of him, number 78, Ramy Alves, friend of the show.
That's right, the friend of the show. Yeah, he had a great start. So did Kyle Peters with another great one as well. And Justin Cooper, who was sitting somewhere at this point.
Yeah, Peters was he was getting right around Ramy on the outside, right before that whoop section we were sitting by.
For third.
Yeah, for third place, and he just fell on his own. No one even touched him or anything. He was just bloop. Just dropped.
Oh, gotta go down. Yep.
Yeah, so it looked really... Dude, Ramy, like we said, he looked good in practice. He was running really good in this race. And he held off even the kid, Justin Cooper, for a couple sections. But, he found a little bit of bad luck after that triple right there.
Oh, dude, he cased the crap out of it. And the one right after the finish line. And I felt really bad for him, as you said, because he wasn't, really holding him off. He was running in front of him. He had the speed to be right there, and he looked amazing. The little bit that he was able to ride, he looked really good.
Yeah, whenever we talked to him too, he was saying how this track was very similar to RJ's track, and how just the flow of it.
Yep.
And
I can see that. I can totally see that too. I can see he was very comfortable, and I can see it was definitely similar to RJ's when we went out there and did the shoot.
Yep,
with
and
him.
where he trains at all the time.
Cool.
So
Martin Davalos actually leading this race, no problems at all, looking for his first heat win this season. Last time he won a heat was actually last year in Tampa.
Yeah, crazy. Well, we saw he had that neck injury last year, and he talked a lot about how it's still bothering him and stuff, and how he had a lot of work with that done. Said they put him to sleep, and they put him to sleep last Friday. I was I didn't know what to make of that, but looks like they did something, and yeah, he looked really good out there all day. So great start for him. Yeah. Nothing else really. It was. It wasn't a boring heat. It was awesome racing, but
no. It was good. Justin Cooper at the end, he closed the gap on Alex Martin, but he wasn't able to stick the pass. He was way faster than Martin, though, throughout the whole track, except for the 2 whoop sections.
Exactly.
Alex Martin was getting a little bit on him, but that's about it, yeah. Martin Davalos was going to get this one. Alex Martin was going to get second place. Justin Cooper, third. Kyle Cunningham in fourth. John Short in fifth. Jordan Bailey in sixth. Kyle Peters in seventh. Lorenzo Lacurcio in 8th, and then Anthony Rodriguez.
A-Rod just squeezing in there on that new team. That's what's up.
That new Tylube, yeah.
Yeah, tough break for Ramy. He got 20th place. But let's move on to heat number 2.
And this heat number 2, Chase Sexton will actually be awarded with the whole shot on this one right here. I thought it was a Husky, but it was actually him with the white plastic.
Dude, his plastic was sick. His gear was so sick. It was you can't wear brown with any other gear except white. It was just fire. So
it was cool. Yeah, I like the St. Jude theme. It made the bikes and the gear and everything look really sick.
Yeah, a bunch of riders had it. Even Ronnie Stewart had that on his bike too. And just to throw it in, he obviously had a big crash. There's a rumor that says he didn't break any bones, which is good because they had to red flag his race. And we'll talk about this more on the 450 episode. But he got together with Enticknap and he broke, I want to say, a bone in his back. But they said it definitely could have been a lot worse. So it was scary watching.
He did go under surgery, and he's actually out for the rest of the season, obviously.
So obviously we'll talk about that more whenever we do the 450s. But yeah, Sexton looked really good out front early in this one. There is no Faulkner in this race. This is the race that he would have been lining up for.
Yeah, this is the one that he tried to line up, or he said he wasn't going to line up just because he wanted to try it and do the LCQ to see if he can make it and salvage some points. Behind Chase Sexton, we will find Ryan Sipes, who is making a comeback for this race. Mitchell Folk, Dustin Winter, Josh Osby with another great start. Winter will start getting passed by pretty much
Winter was up to second, bro. That's
Ramy's
teammate, Dustin Winter. He was up to second.
Yeah, he will go down all the way to 7th or 8th place after he gets passed by everyone on here. Sipes will move up to second. Folk will go to third. Osby in fourth. and then Oldenburg will be in fifth.
Oldenburg
just
had some problems at the start of this race. He was all the way back in 8th after looking so good in qualifying. So the whole race was him pretty much working his way up and getting as many positions as he can.
Yeah, he made some great passes in the whoop sections too, and he moved all the way to 3rd.
Yeah, so Chase Sexton would take this one. Ryan Sipes in 2nd. Mitchell Oldenburg all the way up to 3rd, as you said. Josh Osby 4th. Mitchell Falk, who was on my fantasy team, 5th. Brandon Hartraff 6th. Josh Cartwright 7th. Chase Marquier 8th. Frederick Knorr 9th. Everyone else to the LCQ, including Winter. He was up there, and then he ran into all kind of problems and fell way back. So
going into this LCQ.
Yeah, so going into this 250 LCQ, I think Scuba Steve had the whole shot, but he dropped back pretty fast. Didn't make it too far on that first lap. But Kevin Moran's jumped out front, and he looked pretty cool out there. And we also saw a couple new names, like Carter Gordon was up there as well. He's from Illinois, number 151 on that KTM.
Yeah, Ramy was also there. He made a pretty good start. He took the lead after being like 6th or 7th, I believe, after the start.
When he was in like 6th or 7th, my brother looks at me and he's like, dude, Ramy's going to win this race. And I was like, yeah. And he just started picking everybody off. And he got out front and actually like started to like open up a little gap on everybody pretty fast.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Until he crashes and put himself out of the race. And not only that, but the bike kind of landed on him. And that rear tire just like spun on his back. And I really hope he's okay because it looked like he was hurting. He was trying to get help from the flagger right there.
Yeah, both of his incidents, he got trapped under the bike too. It was just like he couldn't get out on his own, and that happened right in front of us, and it sucked so bad because he was killing it. He was out front killing it.
He was so raw, bro. So raw this race the whole night. Obviously through the LCQ. But meanwhile, Stephen Clark or Scuba Steve made the pass on Kevin Moran's. And we'll take the lead.
Exactly.
Just like that.
Stephen Clark, after having the dropping back a little bit on that first lap after such a great start, able to catch up, win this race, go straight through. Also going through is another Florida boy, Jimmy Weeks, in 2nd. Kate Ottenreith got 3rd, and Kevin Moran's get that final transfer position with 4th place, and just missing it, Ramy's teammate Dustin Winter.
Yeah, Jimmy Weeks, he found himself in the night show. All of a sudden, too, because he started making passes. Like he got Kate Ottenreith, and then who was sitting in 3rd. Then he makes a mistake, and then Moran's will go get the 2nd spot, and then Moran's will make a mistake and almost put himself out. Like he looked like he was just tired and just barely salvaged the 4th spot. And it was like you said, he got 4th. Kate Ottenreith got 3rd. Jimmy Weeks in 2nd.
Yeah, Jimmy Weeks, he was pumped too. He was very pumped with his 2nd place, and we were pumped for him too as well. But real quick, Dustin Winter, Ramy's teammate, who got 5th this race, just missing it. You did your thing. I was out on the bars and sitting this guy next to a little St. Jude shirt with the monster. We start talking. Turns out it's Dustin Winter. He's out there pounding beers. I was like, dude, that's so badass that you're out here like pounding beers. Like nobody ever wants to drink. And then he said some quote he's like, Lance Armstrong used to get wasted every day or something. I was like, okay. That's so cool. But yeah, he's a cool dude. He trains with like Robbie Raynard and Justin Bogle and all those people out in Oklahoma. So cool dude. We'll have to have him on sometime.
That's right. Yeah.
You never see anyone drinking. He's just out there. We're just at some like, dude, and you know how in Nashville, it was just like insanely crazy, especially on like Broadway, and ran into him there. It was just funny how that happened. But let's move on to this 250 main event because we definitely have some drama brewing in this one, and it was just another great race.
Well, yeah, and especially since Austin Faulkner, who will not line up on that LCQ that we just talked about, he'll be out for the night race, and I guess he took that 26 point gap that he had. He took that advantage, and we'll take the night off and see if.
This was Chase Sexton's chance to just close that gap to 0 and just be. Yeah, so Justin Cooper right behind him. So it was both of their chances to really close this gap and make this thing super, super close. So, and Chase Sexton obviously looked really good all day.
That's right.
So it looked like it was his. And dude, the start of this race, Justin Cooper gets the whole shot. Chase Sexton right behind him. Nobody's surprised at all, right? We also had like Oldenburg was up there, Martin Davalos right behind them. Coming around that section right before where we're sitting, Oldenburg just washes himself out and takes himself out of the running for the battle in the lead of this race after, looking really good all day but struggling.
Yeah.
So he went down, and then in that turn right after that rhythm section, right before the whoops, Chase Sexton's on the outside, about to go around Justin Cooper. Justin Cooper runs him wide, takes them both out, and jumping out front, Martin Davalos.
That's right. Like Ricky said, rule number 1, if you're going to run someone high, you can't take yourself out with them.
Crazy, so unfortunate. This was their opportunity, man. Think about an opportunity missed. Like that's the biggest opportunity missed this entire whole season.
And you're not kidding, because that will put Martin Davalos in the lead, Mitchell Folk in second place, Braden Hartraff in third, Kyle Peters in fourth, and then Stephen Clark with an opportunity here sitting in fifth.
Yeah, but Stephen Clark, he dropped off pretty quick because Ryan Seiss ended up being up there, moving up to that fifth spot for a little bit of this race.
Yeah.
Justin Cooper was able to get going way faster than Chase Sexton, so he had the lead on him there. But that's pretty much was the battle.
He went down again.
That was the battle in this race, was Sexton and Cooper just working their way up through the pack.
Yeah. Through the whole pack. Yeah, Justin Cooper went down again. He made another mistake, which is kind of dumb. Hartraff and Peters also had a nice little battle for third place, but that is until Sexton, Peters passed Hartraff, and then Chase Sexton caught up to everyone and just kind of passed them both. And so did Cooper. Cooper, they worked themselves all the way up to second and third.
Exactly, yeah. Brandon Hartraff, Mitchell Falk, they all had great starts. I would still say they had great rides this whole race because they were up there running up there, but you can't hold off Chase Sexton and Justin Cooper for too long. Another person that we saw leave this race was A-Rod. He just had his mechanic pushing his bike off. It looked like maybe a mechanical. So sucks for him. Such bad luck. I think he was running like 15th at the beginning of this race. Not the greatest, but he was in it, running 15th, and then boom, he was gone.
Yeah.
Lorenzo was also up there running 10th, and then he ran into little troubles at the end of the race, ended up dropping a couple positions. And Mitchell Falk, who was up there, ended up dropping a few positions too. I think he even had a little tip over. Martin Davalos is the story of this race, just how he dominated everyone. Chase Sexton was closing that gap on him a little bit, but he was already too far ahead that it was just impossible to catch him. And Martin Davalos will take the win, 32 years old. Not the oldest because of John Dowd, but almost. He's pretty close.
It was a Marty party, as I said. He became the second oldest rider to win the lights class main event. Like you said, John Dowd was the first one. Davalos will take his 5th career win and his 99th 250 start.
A Marty party?
How did this guy not point out yet?
A Marty party? That's what they're called.
A Marty party.
Yeah, they had a Marty party for sure. And, dude, it's crazy because I picked the podium to be Sexton, Cooper, Davalos. And it looked like that's exactly how it was going to be, except Justin Cooper took him out and then just threw a wrench into everything. And, dude, just congrats to, Martin Davalos for just killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, Martin Davalos, who killed it for his teammate because that, it will give him just a little bit of a gap to Austin Forner. Chase Sexton got second. Justin Cooper rounding up your podium right there. Kyle Peters in fourth. Brandon Hartraff in fifth. Mitchell Oldenburg in sixth. Kyle Cunningham in seventh. Ryan Sipes with a top 10, and it looks like somebody owes Justin Brayton some money.
He was placing wagers?
Yeah, he put some wagers out there for Ryan Sipes making a top 10, and somebody said no. Mitchell Folk in ninth. Alex Martin in 10th. Jordan Bailey in 11th. Lorenzo Locurzio in 12th place, which is great for a race back. John Short in 13th. Frederick Noren in 14th. Joshua Cartwright in 15th. James Weeks in 16th. Chase Marquier in 17th. Kate Underith in 18th. Kevin Morans in 19th. Joshua Osby in 20th. Anthony Rodriguez in 21st. And then Stephen Clark in 22nd.
Great night of racing. And one thing to point out about Lorenzo is we know that he had all that passport problems. He was supposed to do the GP, and then he ended up missing Indianapolis because he was planning to do that. And we were saying on here, oh my gosh, like it sucks he's had to miss a round, all those points. But whenever we were talking to us, he was telling us that he actually broke his finger at Daytona, and he was going to miss that round anyways. So
Yeah, he was gonna miss it regardless. So, so somebody else that had a decent night but a horrible main event. Josh Osby, who ran fourth in the heat race and had to DNF in the main event due to a rock that got stuck in his rear brake and stalled his bike and couldn't get it going again, which is a bummer for him.
But, we saw him there trying to push his bike off, and it was just like, yo, you're okay. Why don't you just get on it? But it turns out a rock really ruined his night.
Austin Fortner says, well, not how I wanted the night to go. As some of you know, I got sketchy in the whoops and got stuck my leg out and did something to my knee in second practice. Tried to ride in third practice and was doing a rhythm, and something worse happened. Didn't even crash, just landed, and something definitely went wrong in my knee. I'm very disappointed in myself and the situation. No results yet. Getting it checked out tomorrow. I'm trying to my best, so just gotta trust the plan that he has. Thanks to everyone for continued support.
Crazy, dude. It's spicy right now. Hopefully he's okay and can come back and really battle it out with Sexton and Cooper, because that would be what everyone wants to see.
Well, we got a couple of races. So looking into the points, we have Austin Fortner with 151 points still in first. Chase Sexton with 148 points in second place, and Justin Cooper with 144 points in third place.
That's right. Martin Davalos in fourth. Mitchell Oldenburg is tied with Alex Martin. They both have 105 points, and then only 5 points behind them is Kyle Peters. So it's definitely a good little battle happening there in this East Coast 250 class. They are going to get a week off. I think that'll benefit Forkner. And we'll see them again in East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, New York City.
That's right. And then you mentioned Lorenzo Lucurzio and his deal with the Butt Racing Kawasaki team that he was going to race the MXGP. And it was actually, it fell through. And we talked about it, Mitchell Harrison taking that deal and actually racing. He raced this weekend. I don't think he got a great weekend. But that left the Rockwell Racing Yamaha down to one rider, which is Bradley Lionette.
Okay, so they got a fill-in?
But for this weekend in Denver, we actually have a fill-in, and it's not only then your former Red Bull Straight Rhythm champ, Garrett Stang Dog, who will race the final 2 rounds of the 250 West region for the team. Like I said, starting this weekend in Denver. So we'll see him there, and I'm excited about that.
No way. Dude, that's pretty exciting. I have zero idea how he'll do. Obviously, last time we saw him at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm, he wadded out pretty bad and got pretty injured. So
yeah, you can see the video on our Instagram at MXSX Podcast.
All right, that's cool. We'll definitely bring a little bit of excitement, and it'll be even more exciting because we're going to be there again. So
no, not only that, it doesn't end there. The team will also have a unique debut co-branding promotion with an iconic rock band.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
A rock band, like a classic rock band?
Like an iconic, I don't know, maybe 70s, 80s.
All right, let's go Kiss.
Well, no, it's going to be Slayer.
Slayer, that is like a metal band, bro.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So the team, I guess they're sponsored by Nuclear Blast Records, which is Slayer's part of it.
Okay.
And yeah, so they're going to do like a little thing with them. And actually Stang Dog is going to be wearing like a custom Liat gear.
No.
And it's got like Slayer all over, and it's really, really cool. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm really excited about this race. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Well, that was our 250 recap in Nashville. Make sure you stay tuned for our 450 recap coming up. Make sure you follow us at MXSX Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.